They say somebody went and down. We used to listen to the radio and sing along with every song.
What's up? Shit. So I had to turn off the music. My computer took a shit. But my other computer, so I had to play music off of here. Yeah, I was up at 6 o'clock this morning, went into work, into Plain City, and did the deal. But tonight's video is gonna be a little bit different, y'all. Tonight's video is not gonna be about music at all, actually. I actually have some things that I want to point out. I want to address because I feel like some things are not being looked at the right way. And I wasn't going to speak on this because I was just going to sit back and let it all fold out. I was going to sit back and keep my mouth shut and watch everything unfold. But then I got to thinking, y'all, I wouldn't be who I am if I didn't open my mouth and talk about it. But before we get into it, y'all, make sure you subscribe to the Hillbillies on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to the Pissed Off Redneck, y'all. Make sure you subscribe to Two Wheels 98. Make sure you go over there and subscribe. Stack Nation. Give him a follow, y'all. Make sure you follow Redneck Nation. Go to Redneck Nation. If they still have the code, I haven't yet tried it out yet, but it's POR number 15. Save yourself some money at checkout on some already great low prices. Also too, if you go to my Facebook, there's links to Buck Forest, Salt Life, and the Hillbilly apparel.com. Get you some merch over there as well, y'all. As well. And if you go to Tom McDonald, he's already got albums signed and ready to go. So you can go over there and get you some CDs and of his new 2 albums that just got finalized and dropped. So y'all, you can go over there and get the bundle pack and all that shit. But let's get down to the nitty gritty, the fucking T of T's. You know what? I forgot something. It wouldn't be a Brian Nault channel. We're missing something. We are. We are missing a dip, y'all. We're missing a dip. I got the can is messed up, but I got the Lucky Lipper, and the can's kind of screwed up. Certain ones they fuck up, but I like to kind of throw some blueberries with the Lucky Lipper. I love blueberry with it, like that. It's So I kind of little outlaw blueberry in with the Lucky Lipper. It is actually the fucking best. I like mixing the two. Alright, so as all y'all know, we had some soldiers, 13 soldiers that got murdered. And we experienced some of the Afghanistan people who were trying to board the plane, all that stuff. We witnessed firsthand that Joe Biden tried to pull out from Afghanistan, leaving weapons, machineries, all kinds of crazy shit over there. And nobody was actually happy with him. And I don't blame him. It is his fault. I don't blame not one person for feeling that Joe Biden is not did not make the right call for this. And I understand the standpoint of y'all being pissed off. You have every right to be pissed off. I'm not really pissed. I feel let down, but I'm not really pissed off because y'all, I'm extremely fucking tired. Because I worked all week. My father's got the COVID. Or had the COVID. Still taking relief of the COVID. My mom had the COVID. And my sister and nephew and her new husband was going through the COVID. And I worked majority of those times that they were out. So this week was kind of, and last week was kind of busy. That's why you didn't see my face. And here in a little while, I'm fixing to pass out and go to sleep. But before I pass out, I want to give y'all a piece of advice. Or not advice, kind of put some things together that I thought maybe y'all thinking the same fucking thing. And I kind of want a clarification from you guys, the fucking viewers of my channel. I want to hear what you guys got to say. So, there were already speeches by Trump. Trump's way I understand Trump sending another plane to get the rest of the shit out of Afghanistan. Last time I watched the news, because I don't watch it all the time because I get so goddamn busy and tired, and I do TikToks and I react, and I kind of make people smile, and been doing that to get away for a little while from the stress of work and everything else. But the last time I watched the news, they made a statement that if any Taliban or anybody from Afghanistan wants to come after United States, we're going to stand there and fight. Pretty much is what I understand. Now, correct me if I'm wrong by saying that. Because like I said, I haven't watched the latest news. I just watched bits and fucking pieces, y'all. But I want to bring some things to light in my mind, wrap around everything. So, that being said, I'm going to give you some things to think about. And I'm not saying these things are going to fucking happen right now. This is what's going to happen because I don't know. This is a speculation of what I think may take place. It may not, and I pray to God that it don't, because we don't need it. We really don't. We don't need it. And the way I understand they were pulling out of Iraq is because we don't need to be continue War, 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 war. There's a reason why they brought all the people, all the soldiers back from Afghanistan. Now, that being said, um, my speculation is if they so-called go back to war with Afghanistan and they continue what they're doing and they continue to fight with them, um, and what I understand, China and Russia already wants to invade United States. From listening to other channels on YouTube and listening to people talk about COVID shots and this and that and the other. Now, I spoke on this previous, but my thing is sitting back and listening to everybody talk, and I sat back and had a moment just to think about it. So let's just say that we go back to war with Afghanistan. Okay. Let's just say that for, mind you, that because I haven't listened to the latest, mind you, let's just say Russia and China still wants to invade United States. I'm using this as a what if, okay, because I do not know. But my gut feeling is if we go back to war with Afghanistan and we continue to fight over there, who to say that China and Russia don't decide for whatever reason, whatever reason they have, or whatever cause China and Russia has against the United States, who to say we don't get into a World War III? And I'm using this as a speculation. What I feel may happen. Who to say they don't decide to, okay, you're in a war with Afghanistan, so now we're gonna get involved. And they're gonna attack us as well as Afghanistan. Now we're gonna be in a war between Afghanistan, China, and Russia. Now, that being said, who to say that we don't have a major draft and everybody that retired from the military goes back in, they draft more people, they train them, and they send them back out to fight again. With the drafts from whoever wants to fight in the war. Now, that being said, that I haven't seen in my adult life or growing up to point that ever happened. But it could happen. Let's just say it could happen. So that being said, what if that actually does take place? What if we do have a draft? What and we're fighting three countries at the same time? Now, I'm not saying this is going to happen, but that's going to be what I call a total bloodbath. I haven't seen in the history that I was born that could happen. But if it does, that's going to put our country in a very turmoil state because we have never ever had that happen. And I know that I'm probably speaking out of terms. I'm probably way off on saying that. But America as it is, we if that ever does, we're in trouble, y'all. The United States is already in we're already in a state. And I don't have the confidence in Joe Biden to be able to handle that. He is an older gentleman. I don't think he's able to handle as it is three fighting three different countries. You know, my speculation is that Joe Biden, before that ever happens, Joe Biden is going to be impeached. He's going to get out of the office. The secretary is gonna the vice president, which is the female. She's gonna be up there trying to handle it, and I don't think she's able to do it. So I'm not 100% sure that they're gonna put her there to start with. They'll probably end up having to re-elect and put Trump back in the office and him taking lead and going through that whole fucking mess. And I think that if we do go to war with all three countries, I believe that Trump will take that and fix it to the point where all three countries, at the end of it, all three countries will go back and will be running smooth again. I think it's going to take that kind of scenario to build America back to the way it was in the beginning. And I'm not saying that it's going to happen because I don't know. I'm just saying that it could happen. Now, if Trump goes back into office, he's going to have to clean up Joe Biden's mess. And we're not going to feel the outcome until 2024. And he's going to have to spend his time flying and meeting with these people again to fix everything that Joe Biden has screwed up. Now, I have seen TikToks of people somewhat blaming Joe Biden. Now, that being said, I blame Joe Biden for the way things are as of right now. But Joe Biden has only a percentage of responsibility. Majority of the responsibility is due to his cabinet. A lot of that he's been instructed to do what he's doing. I do know, talking to people, that and this is just hearsay, that this pulling out of Afghanistan is not only the president before Trump, Obama did it went to Trump. Trump wants to pull out, is what I understand. So Biden just going from the two presidents before. And I do believe that when Joe Biden decided to go through that and speaking, I understand he spoke to Obama, he spoke to Trump, and he pulled out the military at, I believe, at the wrong time. The way he handled it was a mishaps. Um, I do believe that he should have come up with a better strategy, a better way of pulling the United States troops out of Afghanistan. I do believe that if he would have thought about all these things um, before he done them, we would be in a better predicament than where we are right now. And be honest with you, I feel that the 13 soldiers who died was on his shoulders. I do feel that the man that Joe Biden is very um sorry for his actions due to that. I seen pictures of him at funerals and looking at his watch. I heard that he had trips, everything planned out, a vacation time or whatever, which I don't know half the story there. Um, but I do feel like he let American down. And I feel as a person, as United States citizens, that it was wrong. I think he should have did a better way to honor the 13 soldiers who got killed in Afghanistan. I think he should have never looked at his watch. I think he should have spent time doing like Trump did when he went to see the soldier who died. He went up there, looked at the flowers of the pictures. He saluted them. I think Trump did an excellent job when he was in office. Um, you know, there was a lot of shit that happened while Trump's in office. There was a lot of BLM and acting a fool. Um, we went through a lot, but now that Joe Biden's in the office, we we have a lot of people who now wish that Trump was still president. And I think now a lot of the Joe Biden's voters are sitting back and saying, well, maybe I voted for the wrong guy. And it happens. Things happen that is out of our control. Um, us voters, um, we can only do so much. But I do believe if United States comes together and speaks in numbers, that we could change a lot of things that is happening right now and change them for better. But it's just not going to take few people. It's going to take mass of numbers. Um, and it's going to take a lot of people to impeach Biden. Um, I believe that, not believe, I know there was a lot of people, as far as truck drivers, who was going to not work, shut down until they did something with Joe Biden. As a lot of you witnessed that a lot of the truckers they didn't do it. There was few in between. The ones who actually did it, my condolence, my heart goes out to you guys. I'm in the trucking industry, but there's a lot of people that didn't. A lot of truckers didn't. And there's a reason being is because they still have to feed their family. They it takes a lot. Some people don't understand it takes a lot to run a truck. It takes a lot of maintenance. It takes, tires, insurance, fuel, all these things that y'all gotta understand. That's the reason why they didn't. There was a lot of people who didn't. My owner operators did not take involved in the shutdown. They decided to go up the road and make money because they have bills to pay. They have house to feed. They got kids that they got to take care of and support. A lot of them don't have the necessarily money just to sit and not work. So for a lot of y'all who got pissed off because the truckers didn't go and do what they said, you have to understand that a lot of them can't afford doing that. As it is right now, there are a lot of companies who are short drivers because they're not driving. They're not there. There has been a lot of due to the government shutdown and experience it in the business and people talking about it. There's a lot of people who, the government has kind of said that they will pay their bills for them just to sit at the house. So therefore, there's not a whole lot of drivers that's willing to work, and the companies who, you know, are working their asses off to provide for their family, are hiring as many drivers as they can to have them go to work, because they need the money. They can't support. They got equipment that they got to pay for. They can't just have a truck sit. Not only that, we have United States government or United States as a whole. If those truckers do not run, we do not get the necessary food items, toilet paper, house goods that United States need for their people every day to live. So could you imagine that? And I spoke on this previously on the other channel. But if the truckers decide to not run, then if they don't have the materials or the money to pay for the houses, okay, the house is foreclosed. If the house is foreclosed, that gives the bankers out of money. They have to lay off a worker. If they lay off the worker, then that um, worker cannot pay their bills. So each time somebody gets laid off, that's a company goes out money every time. It's a reaction, So there's a lot that goes into everything, and there's a lot that a lot of a lot of people do not know at all. So you have to sit back and have to understand the reason why things happen the way they happen. And I'm 34 years old, and I'm not saying I'm the brightest bulb in the pack, and I'm not saying that sometimes my lights in my head don't click on. But I understand a lot more than some of the people give me credit for. And I listen to people talk every day and speak about things and to understand where people go through every day in their lives. I had the opportunity to sit down and my everyday and have conversation about the government and what they think is going on. And a lot of them are having the same views, and a lot of them have the same things that I'm saying. And I like to know from you guys if you guys are having the same views as I have. Maybe you have something have a different point of view than I do. Please share it in the comments. I read my comments every day on videos that I give them. A lot of them are bullshit. A lot of them are good feedbacks. Um, and I like to hear from you guys. But I want to let you guys know that on my perspective, what I see coming down the line, because if I don't share these things with you guys, I will never know what y'all views are or what y'all seeing. But understand that I seen it on both being a United States citizen and my views on what I spoke on earlier and seeing, the trucking industry, the strikes, and the reason why these companies are taking a strike when they say, "Hey, look, we're going to do this shutdown." I understand why, because I'm in that position. I'm in the trucking industry. I listen to my drivers, and a lot of them I have respect for. A lot of them tells me what's going on in the world, as far as not just sitting here doing my job, but what everybody, all the other truckers are doing. They let me know, hey, look, there's a strike, blah blah blah. We had a strike not too long ago, with one of the New York, the people who unloaded the trucks. They did a strike because they weren't getting paid enough to do their job, so they shut down, and New York wouldn't unload the truck until they got the necessary money that they wanted, and it was a pay raise to do the job that they needed to do. And the United States government gave it them the pay raise. And it's actually full. The pay raise in New York to unload was actually um it was a union. The union did it. So I know a lot more than just sitting here doing my job. I had people that actually in delivering and in the business to tell me what all happens in the produce business. Not just refrigerated, dry freight. We have a dry freight division in the company that I work for. So I sit in the office and I know what's being done, what they handled to fix the issues. I know everything. And far as the freight division goes, I may not know everything far as the flatbed division because I'm not in it, you know. But far as any goods, toilet paper, whatever, I see all that. But I wanted to share you guys. I ain't gonna be alone because I'm fixing to hit the bed. But I want to share some things with you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know I talked about a lot of things here, but I wanted to bring light to the situation. I want to explain to you my thought process on everything. And maybe you guys got the same views as I got. And please, please share your views. If you agree with what I say, please let me know in the comments. Don't don't be afraid to voice your opinions in the comments. I will not have people being bullied in the comments. So if you have a different um views than I have, please share it with me. I'll take the time to understand. If I don't understand, I will ask somebody, hey, look, so and so said this. Please explain what he's or her talking about. And I will try to understand the best of my abilities. This is no hard feeling. This is open conversation. So please feel free to open up. I love you guys. I'm thankful all my son bitches. As pissed off what redneck would say, and I enjoy everybody being here. Make sure you follow, like, and share. It helps for the video to get the views, not the views, but help the video out. And Yeah, I hope everybody enjoying their Saturday. I sure in hell did. I worked, but it was a good day all the way around. I love you guys. There will be more videos coming, so make sure you hit that notification bell. Let you know that I'm in the house. And Yeah, I'll catch you later. Remember, there's no me without you. Look in your mirror and tell you you're beautiful, you're sexy, and you're one of a kind. Know that you're loved. I love you. And Catch you in the next video, y'all. Peace.